Welcome back to the garage. Let's take a look at the combat tactics used for the T-52. Your primary mission at the beginning of every battle is to spot the maximum number of enemies and help your team choose the right flank for their attack. You'll have to choose between active scouting and passive scouting. If you're an active scout, find a clear field with nice terrain. Drive through it actively spotting tanks for your team's SPGs. You can also be a passive scout. You will need the binocular telescope module. Your job in this role is simple. Choose the thickest bushes as close to the enemy as possible. In the second half of the match, the battlefield will become more open as fewer tanks fight for victory, so you should look for more lone targets and destroy them. One tactic is called attack on an angle. If you have to fight against an enemy who has already spotted you, gather your courage and drive straight at them. Then turn your vehicle to the left or right in order to set up a position from which you can perform a Karasiyu. A Karasiyu tactic is where your tank drives on the opposite side of your opponent's gun, staying behind the turret at all times. Another tactic is called teeter-totter. When you see that an enemy's gun is almost aimed at your tank, you should reverse as quickly as possible. In some cases, your opponent won't be able to aim properly. Catch-up is another tactic used when trying to evade a pursuing enemy tank. If an enemy attacks you and there is no way you can run away, you should get to cover and move away from the enemy by driving around it. When you make a more powerful but slower enemy tank follow you, it can be more exposed to your team's artillery. Plus, your improved maneuverability around the cover will increase the distance between your pursuer and you. Another tactic is thin trolling. If an opponent is shooting your ally, first check for other nearby enemies, then get behind the enemy and start shooting into his weak spots. As soon as your opponent turns his attention, you should use the Karasiyu tactic to finish him off. The final tactic we will cover is close contact. Find a lone self-propelled gun and get very close to it. The SPG can't turn quickly in either direction. It can only run away or die from your concentrated fire. Use these tactics and you will command an excellent T-52 on the battlefield.